The markets are absolutely flying right now. The Nasdaq is hitting record highs, the S&P 500 keeps climbing, even the Bitcoin and gold are hitting new records this year. And if you are sitting there with your money in your bank's savings account, you are probably asking the same question thousands of UK investors are asking right now. Am I too late to start investing, or should I just wait for a market crash? But here is what nobody tells you about investing during market highs. I have been investing through every single one of these scary market peaks and market crashes that comes in between. Despite all this, my portfolio has gone up over the long term. I am Dr. Suman, and if you are new here, I share my real investment journey in the UK on this YouTube channel. The wins, the losses, and everything in between. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is not financial advice. I have been investing my own money for the last 10 years and learned some hard lessons along the way. Remember, investing carries risk and you can lose your money while investing. Always do your own research, and if you're not sure, then please consult a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Today, I want to walk you through the different approaches when markets are at these levels. Should you wait for a crash? Jump in now? Should you just keep your money in cash? I will share what I have learned from my own experience, show you some real examples of how different strategies play out over long term, and help you figure out what might work for your situation. Because here is the thing, I used to be that person sitting on the sidelines with money in my bank account waiting for the right time to start investing. And what I discovered might surprise you. So let's dive in and look at your options when everyone is saying that markets are too expensive, too overvalued, all this kind of phrases. So let's quickly understand why everyone is talking about all-time market highs right now. Look at this. In the first half of 2025, we have seen some incredible moves in the markets. The UK's FTSE 100 has companies like Fresh Nilo up 132%, Babcock up 129%, even Rolls-Royce is up 61%. These aren't small moves, these are massive gains. But here is what's interesting. Europe has been actually outperforming the US this year. Germany market is up 18%, while the US is only up around 4%. Most people don't realize this because all the headlines focus on American tech stocks. Add Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs, gold price surging, and you have got this feeling that everything is expensive and maybe you have missed the boat. Why is this happening? Three main reasons. Number one is AI optimism is still driving the tech stock rally. Number two is the central banks are still considering rate cuts around the world. And number three is the corporate earnings have been stronger than expected, and perhaps investors are now less worried about the effect of Trump tariffs. I can see this in my own investments as well. My Nasdaq position is up over 80% because it holds all those AI and giant tech companies based in the US, and everyone is excited about them. You have recently seen that Nvidia has also touched its all-time high. But here is the key question. Does high mean too late? Let's look at what you can actually do about it right now. If you are sitting on a cash position in a savings account, you are probably earning something around 4 to 4.5%. Meanwhile, inflation is eating away at your purchasing power. The inflation in the UK is between 3 to 3.5%. However, the actual inflation that you can feel in your day-to-day shopping seems like a bit more than that. But I get it. When markets are at a high, holding cash feels safe. It feels smart. I will just wait for the market crash, and then when it happens, I will go and invest all my money. Now here is the problem with that thinking. Markets have been hitting all-time highs regularly for decades. If you waited for the crash back in 2019, you missed massive gains. If you waited in 2021, the same thing would have happened. Look at my portfolio. I keep virtually no cash sitting around within my ISA account. But that doesn't mean I am reckless. Here is what I have learned. You need two types of cash. Number one is your emergency fund that's separate from all your investment account, and keep that in a high yielding savings account. But your investment cash, that needs to work for you. The solution isn't to dump everything in at once or wait forever. It's something called pound cost averaging. Investing a fixed amount regularly, regardless of what happens in the market, whether the markets are going up or down, all-time high or market crash, you keep on buying. This way, you buy more when the prices are low, less when they are high, and you smooth out the volatility over time. We don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what is going to happen in the next 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, or even 10 year. So the only thing that I can control is my behavior. And this is where long-term investing always beats short-term euphoria. So the question isn't whether to invest, it's how to invest smartly when the markets are high. When markets are high, your biggest friend is diversification. Don't put all your money into whatever is trending on social media. Look at this year's performance. While the US tech was flying, European markets actually did better. Gold surprised everyone with more than 28-29% gains. Even some healthcare stocks got beaten down, creating good value buying opportunities. In my own portfolio, I have got exposure to US tech through Nasdaq, European companies through the Dividend Leaders ETF, and even some gold by Physical Gold ETF. When one thing struggles, something else usually picks up the slack. Perfect example, my US healthcare position is down almost 11% this year. Not fun to look at, but healthcare companies aren't going anywhere. Sometimes the best opportunities come from sectors everyone is ignoring. Strategy one that you can follow is spread your investment across regions. Don't just buy US or UK stocks. The whole world is your investment opportunity. Strategy number two is spread across sectors. Technology, healthcare, finance, consumer goods. When one sector struggles, the other sector might thrive. Strategy number three is balance growth with defense investments. Growth assets like technology for the upside, and defensive assets like utilities or healthcare or even gold for when things get rocky. Strategy number four is invest regularly, not all at once. Set up a monthly direct debit and stick to the plan. This takes the emotion out of timing decisions. And here is the UK specific bit. Use your ISA allowance, £20,000 per year of completely tax-free growth. If you are not using this, you are literally giving money to the taxman. These strategies work whether markets are high, low, or even sideways. But there is one more crucial piece. Here is something most people don't think about when the markets are high. Taxes can eat a huge chunk of your gains. Let's say you make £10,000 profit outside an ISA. As a higher rate taxpayer, you will pay 20% capital gains tax. That is £2,000 straight to HMRC. However, within an ISA, you keep every penny of your capital gains. You get £20,000 per year in ISA allowance for you as well as your husband or wife, stocks and shares ISA for investment, cash ISA for emergency fund, and even lifetime ISA if you're planning to buy your first house within next few years. This is why all of my investment growth is completely tax-free within an ISA. Every gain, every dividend, every bit of compound growth, it's all mine. Don't forget pensions either. Whether it's your workplace pension or a SIP, you get tax relief on your contributions. Basic rate taxpayers get 20% back, higher rates will get 40% back. Here is the key. These allowances don't roll over every year. Every year you don't use your full ISA allowance is free money you are leaving on the table. So before you worry about which stocks to buy, make sure you are buying them in the right tax wrapper. One of the strategy could be pension or SIP first, followed by your ISA, and then worry about everything else. Because keeping more of your gains is just as important as making them in the first place. So let's wrap this up. Markets are at all-time high. They don't mean you are too late. They mean you need to be smart about it. Diversify across regions and sectors. Do not do a lump sum investment at this time. Use pound cost averaging to smooth out the volatility. Max out your ISA allowance for tax-free growth, and remember, time in the market beats timing the markets. And no matter how hard you try, you will probably not be able to time the market. So don't even try it. Now I know watching videos like this is one thing, but actually building your path to your first £100,000 portfolio, that's where most people get stuck. Everyone's situation is different, and what works for me might not be the right approach for you. That's why I have created something special, a personalized assessment that analyzes your unique situation and gives you a tailored roadmap to reach your first £100,000 portfolio. It takes just 10 questions and you will get a detailed report with strategies designed specifically for your circumstances. You can access this questionnaire right now. The link is below in the description. This is completely free and you will get actionable insights you can start implementing immediately. If this video helped clarify your thinking about investing in all-time high markets, smash that like button and subscribe for more practical UK investing content. And let me know in the comments below what's your biggest challenge when it comes to investing right now. I read every comment and often turn your questions into future videos. This is Dr. Suman, helping you build your wealth one step at a time. See you in the next video.